Hey guys, today we're going to be doing Smith machine squats with a narrow foot stance. This is a great exercise for your quadriceps, and if you have, fairly good knees, then this is honestly, in my opinion, the best variation. So first thing you want to do is set up the bar to a height to where your knees are slightly bent with the bar on your back, and then set up your safety bars lower than your lowest portion of the squat. I'm just showing you how to make the adjustments. Then once you're in position, make sure you take a nice narrow stance with your feet. So I would say my feet are around, maybe 6 inches apart, maybe something like that. You don't want your knees you don't want your feet touching, in my opinion, but you do want them fairly narrow, easily well within shoulder width, if you want to use that as a gauge. But basically, once your feet are set up and forward, you don't want your feet directly under you because you're not going to be able to do the squat safely with the Smith machine with your feet directly under you. But once you're in that position, sit up nice and tall. So you don't actually want to be bending over too much. You want a minimal hip activation during this exercise because you want to mainly focus on the quadriceps. You also want to make sure that your core is tight and that your spine is neutral. So I'm looking down just a bit here, but I would even keep my head a little bit straighter. But you basically want your spine to be neutral. You don't want to be looking down with your, chin into your chest, or you don't want to be looking up. You just want to make sure that you keep your spine straight. And I would recommend that you keep a light hold on the bar. I wouldn't hold it too tight, because if you hold it too tight, then it may start rolling. So just keep it nice and light. Just make sure that it doesn't roll forward and lock. Another thing to keep in mind is the tempo. So the tempo I recommend with almost any exercise is something like this. So 2 seconds down, 1 second up, something like that. But tempo I find is not that important. Tension is the most important thing when it comes to building muscle. So don't lock out at the top. Come as high as you can before you lock out and keep the weight moving. You don't want to pause. I don't recommend it because if you pause and lock your knees, then you're just going to put all that pressure on your knees. Here's a common mistake that I usually see people make, and this usually when their heels start coming up and their knees start folding forward. So that means that you're taking too far of a step forward. And also, if your feet are directly under you, this is just going to end up happening. Another key thing to keep in mind is where you place the bar. So you want it right there. You don't want it up on your neck, because then that's obviously going to start hurting your neck. And you don't want it too far down, because then it's going to start causing a lot of shoulder pain over time.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. And if you want to take it a step further and work with us or support the channel further, there are a few ways you could do that down below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and God bless you.